right, guys, we are continuing with fractions to decimals. Let's get it, fraction to decimals to percents. But now I'm going to be doing word problems. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples, and then you're going to go ahead and do some practice on your own. And of course, if you still need help, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. So let's switch over to see what we're going to be doing today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are my practice problems. Well, at least the first two. There we go. So number one says the United States uses 24% of the world's supply of energy. Well, I see a number. I'm going to go ahead and underline that. What fraction, so they want a fraction, of the world's energy is this? Well, I know that when I'm talking about a percent and I'm trying to change it to a fraction, it's out of 100. So that's how I'm going to state it. 24 out of 100. I have changed my percent to a fraction, which is what the statement asks for. But remember, whenever I have fractions, I need to see, can I simplify it? Can I make it smaller? So let's take a look. I know that both of these are even, so they're divisible by 2. But is there a bigger number I can use? I see that I end in a 4. I know that 100 is also divisible by 4. 24 divided by 4 will give me 6. 100 divided by 4 will give me 25. Think of money. If I have 4 quarters equals $1 or 100. So 4 quarters gives me $1. Quarter, here's my quarter. So now I have 6 over 25. I do not believe there's a number that will go evenly into both of those, so I'm going to say that that is my simplest answer. So 24% represented as a fraction is 6 over 25 in simplest form. All right, let's look at this next problem here. The table shows the makeup of a New Year's Eve television show. What fraction of the show will be for the audience to speak? All right, so it says what fraction of the show will be for the audience to speak? So I see audience. So I have 20%. I know when I'm thinking of a percent and I need to change it to a fraction, it is out of 100. So I'm going to put 20 out of 100. I have changed it to a fraction, which is what my problem wanted. But because it's a fraction, I need to see, can I make it smaller? Can I simplify it? Both of my numbers end in a 0, so I know that I am divisible by 10. 20 divided by 10 will give me 2. 100 divided by 10 will give me 10. Also, if I end in a 0, that's the same as knocking off a 0 from the problem. 2/10. I'm still even. That means I can divide again by 2. 2 divided by 2 will give me 1. 10 divided by 2 will give me 5. Whenever I have a 1 in my answer, I know that that is the smallest I can go. So 20% as a fraction in simplest form is 1/5. Okay, so that's changing percents to fractions. Now let's do 2 changing fractions to percents. Let's take a look. The local bowling team won 13 out of 20 of their games. What percent of their games did the team win? So it says that they won 13. So this is the number that I'm focusing on. I don't have to subtract or anything. So 13 out of 20. But I need a percent, not a fraction, Miss Likes. That's true. But I'm going to show you the 2 ways that you can find a percent from this type of problem. So if I went the fraction route, what I'm looking for is, can I make my denominator equal to 100? Can I multiply 20 by something to get 100? Yes, I can. I can multiply by 5. 20 times 5 gives me 100. So if I did times 5 on the bottom, I need to do times 5 on the top. 13 times 5 will give me 15 here. Carry my 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So I have 65. I know that if I'm out of 100, that means my top number is my percent. Okay? The other way you could have done this is using decimals. So if I didn't see the relation that 20 equals 100, I also could have did Tae-Bo. Top in, bottom out. 20 won't go into 20 won't go into 1. It also will not go into 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I need to go 6. 20 times 6 will give me 120. 10 left over. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 20 times 5 will give me the 100 that I needed with 0 left over. Then I would use Dr. Pepper to change my decimal to a percent. Decimal to a percent is 2 to the right. 1, 2, and then I would add my percent sign. I still got 65% as my final answer. So making it equivalent to 100, or you can use Tae-Bo to get a decimal and then change your decimal to a percent by moving it 2 to the right. Let's try one more. In Jane's class, 7 out of 25 students have blue eyes. What percent of the class has blue eyes? So again, I don't have to do any subtraction because it already tells me that 7 out of 25 have the blue eyes. So remember, the first way is to try to see if I can get it equal to 100. Remember, 25 cents. Think of quarters. How many quarters make $1? 4. Good job. So 25 times 4 gives me 100. So if I do the same to the top, 7 times 4 is 28. Because I'm out of 100, that means my top number is my percent. Let's try the decimal way just in case if you didn't understand here. So we would do top in, bottom out. 25 cannot go into 7. How many 25s will give me 70 or close to 70? 25 times 2 is 50. 25 times 3 is 75. So that's too much. So I need to use 2. I have 20 left over. I have 200. I stopped at 3. I already know that 25 times 4 is 100. So let's do double that. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, I'm going to use Dr. Pepper. 1, 2, 1, 2. Add my percent sign, and I still got 28%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is solving fraction to decimal using word problem. Excuse me, fraction to percent using word problems and percent to fraction using word problems. Now you're going to log off and go to your folder and do your practice for today. And if you still need help, please let me know, guys, and I'll be happy to help you out. See you tomorrow.